So when I was 25, I split up with my husband shortly after giving birth to my first son. And I thought, wow, what have I lost here? He was a musician, and I realized, boy, I've been going out with musicians all my life, and really, I want to be a musician. I want to be the musician, and I don't want to look at them up on stage. So I decided to join an all-girl punk band. And we were called the Industrial Waste Band, B-A-N-N-E-D. And we were political, we were mean, and we were nasty, and we couldn't play at all. And that was the great thing about punk rock. Oh my God, you could get up there and do whatever you wanted, and it was okay. It was punk rock. So we got a gig at the Smiling Buddha after 3 months down on Main and Hastings, and we were terrible. But it was great, and what amazed me was that people came out and watched us, paid to come and watch us. And we got gigs, and we wrote our own songs, and played the bass, and we did lots of political events, and I was just like so thrilled. I loved playing the bass, and I loved singing, and I loved writing songs, and I just thought, wow, this is amazing, this is great. And I wasn't really, going out with a musician for about 2 months. And then I got together with another musician who was a punk rocker also and had a family, and he was on the road a lot. But at this time I thought, okay, I do not know anything about music and I want to learn more. So I decided I'm going to go to school. And so I was like way older than everybody else that was at school, but I went to VCC, got a diploma, went to UBC. The more you go to school, the more you know that you don't know anything. So I realized, I really don't know anything. I've got to keep going to school, never thinking that this path would take me to becoming a music teacher. That was not on the radar at all. But that is what happened. I became a music teacher, and I never went to school like music classes in my schooling, in education. It was always, I was going to be a jeweler. So there I was, I'd become a music teacher, and I was not particularly good at it, I would say, when I first started. It was a really long struggle in that music is one of those things that you never master. You never ever have got it down so you can say, I'm done. I'm just so good that I could walk away from this career. But it's one of those things that you've got to keep growing, working with, and that's what my students do. They are amazing, and they really step up to the plate and work hard and get a whole lot better than I ever was as a musician. They will get out there and performing is a thing that you have to do. Going to festivals, that's another thing you have to do. When I very first took my first group to a festival, the adjudicator drew a long line down the poor category. I was like, whoa, we're doing really well, people. We've learned something here. They've improved over the years, and now they're much more successful, and I've learned a lot alongside them. Going into adjudication is super hard. You have an adjudicator who sits there, or 3 of them, who critique you, who work with you, and you have to respond on the spot. And I throw my students into these events all the time now with great glee. And they step up to that too. Performing is challenging, super challenging. You are expected to be technically adept, and you have to be an artist. You have to engage an audience. You have to make them feel. You have to emote. You have to have them love what you're doing. And this is something that students are learning every day, which is an amazing skill. So to get them that way, we go on tour. We go on tours 5 or 6 days long. We go and play in 4 different places a day, often elementary schools. They have to unload and load equipment in and out of these schools. And we also go to senior homes, and they have no idea what the venue's like. They just got to load in the gear, set up, play, da-da-da-da-da, beautiful, fantastic experience, hopefully, drag out all that equipment and go to the next place. It's that experience of being up on stage that is super rewarding and that helps my students develop into, good musicians. So what is really important is not having an audience like of your parents, having an audience that is critical, and then what is expected of those students is that they perform like professionals, that they entertain the crowd, they engage the crowd, and that crowd then wants to listen to them. So, of course, I can't do all this without my trusted chaperones, who have been coming on tours with me for 18 years. That's a long time, let me tell you. That's true love and bribery that I get for keeping them coming with me. It's a really interesting experience, traveling with 50 to 80 kids, sometimes 120 kids in buses, and walking around hotel rooms at 2 a.m. to check up on what they shouldn't be doing, which of course they are doing, and have been caught many times doing. They're fantastic though. My students will do whatever I put out on that itinerary, and that itinerary is intense. I've got to say that I've built, over the 18 years, immensely deep relationships with my students, and they're often very good friends, and I really value the relationships that I have, and without them my program would not be where it is today, because they come back and they help, they coach, they mentor, and they run programs for me when I haven't got the time to run them. So I value that relationship immensely. I think music is, of course, the best subject that there is, and that everybody should take music. And most people I talk to say, oh, I can't sing, I can't be a musician. But actually, if I can, really, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I believe everybody is capable of playing an instrument or becoming a singer. Whatever it is that you dream, you can do it. Thank you very much.